Hello all, welcome back to Life Science Library. In this video, we are going to see about the last secondary metabolite of CSIR-NET Life Science, that is alkaloid. The agenda of today's video is to discuss about basic functions, synthesis, transport, storage, few examples and roles of alkaloid. It comes under Plant Physiology, Unit 6 of CSIR-NET Life Science category. First, beginning with, we are going to see about what are alkaloids. Alkaloids are nitrogen containing compounds. They may have one or more than one nitrogen compounds, nitrogen atoms in a compound. These are nitrogen containing compounds. They are mostly heterocyclic in nature. They are of two types. These are the basic information regarding alkaloids, and they are very heterogeneous in nature. Heterogeneous in nature. Two types, non-heterocyclic and heterocyclic, are the two broad classifications of alkaloids. What are non-heterocyclic alkaloids? These are atypical alkaloids, proto-alkaloids. They are also called as biological amine. Examples of non-heterocyclic alkaloids. It include N-methyl triamine, ephedrine, colchicine, erythromycin, taxol, anti-cancer agent. It is antibiotic. It stops the cell cycle at metaphase. So these are alkaloids: colchicine, erythromycin, taxol. Next about is heterocyclic or typical alkaloids. Here we have so many examples. I will discuss few things. Indole is an example. Indole, imidazole, quinazolin, quinazolidin, quinalonin, quinoline, quinalonin, tropan, pyridine, pyrazolin, pyrrole, pyrrolidin, purine, terpenoid, indole. In case of indole, we have vincristine and vinblastine. Vincristine and vinblastine. In case of imidazolin, we have pilocarpine. Quinazolin, we have cristine. Quinanol, we have quinine. In case of terpenoid, we have lycopene, acotine. In case of atropine, we have atropine. Atropa belladonna, atropine. We have atropine. Pyridine, nicotine. Pyrrole, hygrine. Purine, caffeine. Terpenoid, acotine. So let us do it again. In case of indole, we have vimcrestin and vimblastin. Atropine, we have atropa, belladonna, atropine. In case of purine, we have nicotine. Terpenoid, we have other terpenoid compounds like acotine. Purine, we have caffeine. Quinine, quinalonin, we have quinine. Quinazolin, we have crestin. Pyrrole, we have hygrin. Pyridine is nicotine. Pyridine is nicotine. Purine is caffeine. Only thing left is imidazole. We have pilocarpine. Pilocarpine. Apart from this, we also have isoquinol, where we have papaverine, morphine. Isoquinolin, we have paparin, morphine. Category of drugs under isoquinone. Indole, imidazole, quinazolin, quinolin, terpenoid, atropine, pyridine, pyrrole, purine and isoquinolone are some of the example of heterocyclic and typical alkaloids. Next, about the site of synthesis. Mostly, more or less, it occurs in cytoplasm. It is assumed that most alkaloids are synthesized in cytoplasm. Next, about storage. Alkaloids are neither formed in extracellular space nor in vacuoles. However, the major compartment of storage is vacuole. The storage of high concentration is a prerequisite for their allochemical role as defense. It has an allochemical role. It is very important. Precursor. L-amino acids like ornithine, lysine, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, histidine and aspartic acid. Example: atropine, root part; nicotine, root part; belenes, root and shoot part; quinine, bark part; berberine, stem and root bark; caffeine, greenish part. Bark part. Quinine is unique. Mode of transport: by simple diffusion, by carrier mediated transport, by membrane fusion. Simple diffusion takes place in case of lipophilic alkaloid, carrier mediated transport in case of polar charged, membrane fusion in case of vehicle enclosed compartment. Example of simple diffusion, that is lipophilic molecule, include nicotine and colchicine. Carrier mediated transport in case of polar charge, that is hyoscyamine, reticulin and lupanin. Membrane fusion in case of berberine. It occurs both symplast and apoplast. It transports both by xylem and phloem, but majoritarily it occurs in xylem. Functions: antimicrobial defense, allopathy, is deter herbivore, it acts as medicine for human. Examples: atropine. Atropine acts as anticholinergic, an antidote for nervous poisoning. Caffeine, central nervous system stimulant. Camptothecin, anti-cancer agent. Cocaine, anesthetic. Quinine, vinblastine. Morphine, narcotic analgesic. Codeine, non-addictive analgesic. So quinine is anti-malarial drug, vincristine and vinblastine are anti-cancer drug. It is narcotic analgesic and non-addictive analgesic. Amphotericin is anti-cancer agent. Caffeine is central nervous system stimulant. These are the few examples. Let us sum up this video on alkaloids. Alkaloids are nitrogen containing compounds. This is a previous year question. Then about non-heterocyclic or atypical alcohol. Colchicine, erythromycin, Taxol. Very important for CSIR. Next, in heterocyclic alkaloids we have indole, vincristine, vinblastine. We have quinolizidine. Terpenoid. Caffeine, that is purine. Pyrrole. Pyrrolidine. Iso. Quinolone. Tropan are the few major things. Site of synthesis, mostly in cytoplasm. Then storage organ is vacuole. It has allochemical activity. Then precursors, very important. CSIR net previous year questions. What are the amino acids that act as a precursor for alkaloids? Ornithine, lysine, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, histidine, aspartic acid. Quinine is very important. Caffeine is important. Atropine is important. Nicotine is important. By simple diffusion, by carrier mediated diffusion, by membrane fusion, both by symplast and apoplast. Allelopathy activity is important. Antimicrobial defense is important. Quinine, anti-malarial drug. Vinblastine, anti-cancer. Amorphine, narcotic analgesic. Amphotericin, anti-cancer. Caffeine, central nervous system. Cocaine, analgesic. Anesthetic. Cocaine, anesthetic. Atropine, anticholinergic, antidote for nervous poisoning. Central nervous system stimulant. It acts as anti-cancer agent. Anesthetic. Quinine. Vinblastine, anti-cancer agent. Amorphine, narcotic analgesic. Codeine, non-addictive analgesic. Hope this video is very clear and hope we understood everything about alkaloids as a secondary metabolite in CSIR point of view and for general understanding. Hope this video is very clear and understandable to everyone. Thank you for watching this video.